Hello, it's Jaymes Willoughby, and I'm bringing back another episode of the Realty Roundup, What's Happening in Austin Real Estate. We are in week 3 of October, headed towards Halloween, having fun decorating the house. Hope you are too. Let's talk about real estate here. We've got about 13,400 listings. It's been about the same number for the last 3 or 4 weeks. Very interesting. Compared to last year, which was 11,520. So you can see there was definitely some growth in the inventory, 2,000 units, which has an impact on the market. Let's talk about what happened this last week. New listings against new pending sales. So we had 738 new listings. That was down from a couple of high points here in the 800s 2 weeks in a row. So the number of listings is cut back. So have the number of sales. We had 669 pending transactions last week versus the week before 767. So I attribute the change in the numbers here not based on anything other than a 2-weekend holiday. A lot of my realtor colleagues had fun, even both weekends. I know a lot of other people did. A lot of people left town as well. So let's see if my prediction is correct. If it bounces back next week, we're back up into the 700 range on the pendings where we should be. We talk about weeks of inventory. We kind of had a spike in the absorption rate, and primarily because sales were down over 100 units compared to what it was the week before, and that makes a difference because inventory remained the same. So fewer sales means lower absorption rate, which is higher weeks of inventory. So now we're at 20 weeks of inventory versus 17.5. I think you'll see this come back down. Remember, we talked about it Labor Day here. It spiked to a very similar number, and then it came back down the next couple of weeks. So not too concerned with that on a week-to-week basis. I get concerned when I see week over week the same numbers. That starts to get a little scary. So far, we haven't seen that. So our market remains somewhat resilient. This crazy chart here, these are the failed listings, where we had 349 that did not stay on the market last week. They were pulled off the market, either withdrawn or expired. They threw in the towel. Remember, we talked about this a couple of weeks ago. We had a spike of 700 expired listings. So I see that we're going to have another big spike here at the end of the month. That should change our inventory outlook. And so when inventory goes down and sales remain the same, that means prices firm up a little bit. And if you're a seller, that matters. If you're a buyer, you should be all over it right now because there's more inventory available and better selections right now than there has been in some time. So till this time next week, have a good one. Call or text for any questions you have, and we will see you then. Thanks.